316, coming like a train, thunder in the sky, make me wonder why. 316, say it till I die. I'm tired of all the excuses, with honesty, just mute this. My time is wasted with thoughts of weakness and abuse. Or you all up in your feels, I know the struggle's real. You reach your hopes and dreams and at the end of the deal, the message that I'm giving you will make the world belong to you. Ain't no shackles.
Let's go. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and play everyone's favorite song, Good Morning.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Monday morning. August 8th. Let's do it. Let's go.
Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I'm up early in the morning, time to get it in. Time to show and prove, show you what I'm doing. This ain't a freeze rush in, but I'm coming with a passion. I'm trying to get to know you while you thinking that I'm asking. I like to get it popping, cause my sound is supersonic. I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep, threw some water on my face. Yeah, it's just another day in the Golden State. Ain't no tossing and turning, no time for insomnia. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through with what I promise. And even if I fail, at least I was honest. See, I can only do what's in my power to do, and what good is this power if I use it like a fool? If I wanna make it to the top, I gotta study clues, or I can sit back and just watch the news. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me.
Shout out to
I was
all
born to be the winner, you can never stop me. Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be the winner, you can never stop me. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. I just put my watch on, you know what time it is. I'm chasing my
Guess
purpose.
who's back in business, ladies and gentlemen?
I'm so focused on my mission. There's no competition, there's no excuses for opposition. One thing's for certain, I'm motivated to be in the kitchen. I gotta listen if I wanna make a difference, cause what I'm doing can be lost in an instance. Now I'm making a living, so why the hell are they tripping? Is it because I'm the one that they see in their visions? I got a million different ways I could hit with precision. I know I'm gifted cause the way that I speak causes change. And even though it's hard, I stayed in my lane.
You gotta stay.
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me.
Good morning,
Don't try to photocopy, you can never top me. I was born to be a winner, you can never stop me. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee. Don't be wrapped up in your feelings and be careful when you flash it. And when you play the game, man, you better know your options. Don't try to photocopy when you out here being saucy. It's getting too spicy, I ain't even had my coffee.
Hey, yes.
Yeah.
Break it down now.
Yeah. Break it down now. Yeah.
Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Yeah.
Hey, you know what we do over here? Happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself.
Nowhere. Oh, Jupiter. Nowhere. Wow. Is that where everyone's from? Good morning, Brother Wiley. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Don't be a photocopy, be yourself. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's me, Mr. Crossan, aka Zeus. Yes.
And as you can
tell, lightning does strike twice. All right, we done with this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it another day. Once again, my name is Mr. Crossing, aka Zeus. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am God of Sky and Thunder and one of the most handsome, most attractive men out here on this platform. Second to none. Many are called, but few are chosen. And yes, I am your host today. In addition to that, I am a recording artist. You can find my music wherever you access music. What is today's topic about? We're talking about breadcrumbing. And you know what breadcrumbing is. Don't pretend like you don't. we got to get into this. We got to get into the science of this, okay? Because a lot of people are out here, you're out there, you're dating and whatnot. Yeah, you're out there dating and, you're dealing with these situations where people are being breadcrumbed. It was brought to my attention out here in social media. This is actually a phenomenon, okay? So, buckle up. No. No cookie crumbs. I'm not talking cookies today. Not yet, at least, okay? We got an hour to learn and an hour to burn, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now there is, obviously a format to how I run this show, and I'll get into that later. But, listen, I have an off-site thing to do today. So we're going to try to get this all addressed in an hour. Are we ready? Are we ready to address breadcrumbing out here? For some reason, it just sounds nasty, doesn't it? Well, get your minds out of the gutter, folks. Get your minds out of the gutter. I taught you better than that. Okay? By the way, let's talk about what some of the international holidays are before we dive into this. I don't want to just dive right in and get you all uncomfortable. Okay, so I haven't done it in a minute, but we got to talk about what some of the international holidays are. Today is International Cat Day, okay? National Braiders there. For those of you who like to braid, today is your day. Okay, Digital Nomad Day. Oh, now that's connected to breadcrumbing. Oh! Dying to Know Day. Today is about fostering deep conversations about the one thing all humans have in common: death. Wow, I didn't know. Happiness Happens Day. Okay. National CBD Day. National Dollar Day. Wow. National Frozen Custard Day. Wow. National Mochi Day. National Pickleball Day. National Sneak Some Zucchini Onto Your Neighbor's Porch Day. Wow. National Tarantula Appreciation Day. Any of you like spiders, it's your day for tarantulas. Odie from the cartoon Garfield. Wow, I didn't know this. Peace Festival in Augsburg. Wow. U.S. Victory Day. Wow. Wear Your Mother's Jewelry Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know who comes up with this stuff, but it is what it is. And that wraps up the holidays. Okay? That wraps up the national holidays. So, you know the rules. Go to your neighbor's house for put zucchini on your neighbor's porch. Okay? And you should see the size of these zucchinis, okay? I would definitely be alarmed if that ever happened to me. Sneak some zucchini onto your neighbor's porch day. Yeah, I wouldn't encourage anyone to do that. You might end up, starting something you don't want to happen, okay? All right. Yeah, breathe now. Breathe, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Okay, cuz we got to talk about this oops, I didn't say it right. Breadcrumbing, okay? You know what breadcrumbs are, okay? Hopefully you don't. You know what breadcrumbs are, but after this, I think this is going to wake a lot of people up to a lot of bad things that's been going on out here when it comes to dating. And some of you may be guilty of this. Some of you may be guilty of breadcrumbing, okay? So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. What is breadcrumbing? Does anyone know what it is? Cut it out, Nicole. Maji, greeting. Cut it out, Nicole. Don't pay it. Look at what I do, not what I say. My grandfather was a Green Beret in Vietnam. Should I become a Green Beret? If that's what you want to do, go for it. So does anyone know what breadcrumbing is? Leading people on, but never giving him exactly who you are. Sort of, okay. Sort of. Listen. If you're out here and you're dating, then you need to know what breadcrumbing is, okay? This is very serious. Breadcrumbing is an all too common form of manipulation that happens in the dating world, especially with the rise of online dating. Woo-wee! It is described as the activity of sending brief and sporadic messages, digital morsels such as short text messages, Facebook posts, Instagram likes, which indicate you still like someone when in reality, you're unlikely to meet up with them ever again, let alone pursue a full-blown relationship with them. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, spoiled witch. Nice to see you. So, you're out here, you're on the dating market, you know you don't like this person, you know you don't like this individual at all, but you're sending them digital clues just to keep hope alive. And it's a form of manipulation. Kayvon, good morning and happy birthday. Actually, you know what? I owe you a happy birthday song today, don't I? I'll do that after my monologue if you're still here, okay? Thank you for stopping by. Everyone say hi to Kayvon. Okay, I might be pronouncing her name wrong, but it's her birthday. Make sure you say happy birthday to her. Okay, she's going to be partying very, very hard, okay? And, you know, an amazing person inside and out. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, listen. Let me make sure I say it. Yes, Italo. Tell her happy birthday so everyone can get it out. Hey, girl. Yes, I am Shine. Good morning. So breadcrumbing, ladies and gentlemen, can lead to hurt feelings and sleepless nights. Still, it's not directly as manipulative as gaslighting, which alienates the victim from friends and themselves with intent to control, okay? Now, what are the signs of breadcrumbing? Oh, now, while all of these may not be happening at once, breadcrumbing usually consists of a combination of these actions by the perpetrator, and you know who you are. Ladies especially, you know you don't like these guys. You have no intent of being with them, but you send them digital crumbs of hope. Why? Why do you do it? Why do you do this to these guys? Huh? Gentlemen, maybe you've done it to to these ladies, or to each other, if you're into that. Okay, women, do you do this on purpose? Don't try to justify this. It's breadcrumbing, and you need to be on the lookout for it. Here's an example of when someone is leaving you breadcrumbs. Inability to commit to plans. This is a classic example of breadcrumbing. In this instance, the perpetrator or breadcrumber will entertain the idea of meeting up for a date such as a movie, a dinner, or just to hang out in person. But will never pin down an exact date to do so. Has anyone experienced anything like this? As a matter of fact, are you doing this right now? Greetings, fourth sister. How are you? Are you doing this right now? They never pin down a time or a day when they are going to actually follow through on the stuff that they're out there suggesting, right? They shouldn't do this, but they're doing it because they need attention. Oh, you've done it in the past. Thank you, Nicole, for being open and honest about your manipulation. It's time more people step forward. And I know a lot of people have been doing this, and they need to cut it out. They said they'll often feign enthusiasm as they suggest a later date. Think of text like, you send text messages like this. That sounds fun. You see what I'm doing? That sounds fun. Or maybe next week. Oh, moreover, if plans to hang out fall through, you'll notice the breadcrumber will be vague when it comes to finding a date for a rain check. They want attention, and it strokes their ego to have opportunity to reject. Professor Nick, and that is something else. Chill zone, yes, a lot of breadcrumbers. Yeah, this is it. I mean, we've either done it or had it done to us, okay? Especially if you're out here on this dating market and if you're on this app, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, wherever you want to go get your cookies at. You got to be on the lookout for these breadcrumbers out here, okay? These breadcrumbers, they're toxic. They are very toxic. Okay? They're very, very toxic. Another sign of a breadcrumber or breadcrumbing is micro communication. This is where the act of breadcrumbing gets its name. Here you go. The micro communication is not a complete lack of association, nor is it ignoring or blowing someone off. And I'm not talking about that kind of blowing someone off. Cut it out. Instead, micro communication is dropping small, exclusively digital bits of communication or acknowledgement. Sometimes as small as commenting with emojis on Instagram posts or stories. In essence, doing the bare minimum to maintain a semblance of a relationship without having to invest much time and effort. Ladies and gentlemen, hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. In light of this new development, Zeus is banning all forms of breadcrumbing on his posts. Okay? I don't want to see it. Okay? Don't breadcrumb Zeus. Okay? I can do without. I was breaded last week. She asked, were you serious when going on a lunch date? Wow. Wow. It's a form of manipulation. It's a very, very toxic, vile form of manipulation. Don't breadcrumb Zeus. If you're going to leave Zeus a comment, give me all of the cookie, okay? Don't do no more emojis on Zeus's profile. Yeah! Thank you. Next, listen, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're talking about. The gold mines. Zeus loves. Okay? No more breadcrumbing out here. If you're not interested in someone, just don't do anything. I would rather you just like my post, like my video, and move on. Okay, don't do the heart emoji with the eyes that say I love you and you have no desire to show love to Zeus. Cut it out. Zeus wants the whole cookie exactly. And you know what? Speaking of cookies, be on the lookout for my next conversation that I got to address, okay? Because a lot of people have been coming to me talking about the cookie. And it is now time to go into the science of the cookie. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to have a very, very in-depth discussion about the cookie, okay? Because a lot of people don't get it. So we talked about the inability to commit or make plans. And we talked about micro communications. Hello, Asian cutie. Good morning. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Okay. We're talking about breadcrumbing for those of you who just got here. Obviously, this is what goes on. People are doing the bare minimum to maintain some sort of relationship with people they're not really interested in. Why they do it? That's a good question, okay? But it's a form of manipulation. Next, we are talking about hot and cold flashes. And I'm not talking about menopause. Cut it out. Yeah. I'm not talking about menopause. Cut it out. We're talking about real hot and cold flashes. What is that? The whole point of breadcrumbing is not just the sporadic communication. Oh no. The small bits of communication and connection, the breadcrumbs give the recipients a false hope of a potential relationship or greater commitment. How many of you right now know that this is what you're doing or is being done to you? Somebody's giving you false hope of a relationship. Okay, and this is causing all kinds of anxiety. This is causing all kinds of uncertainty and stress. Ladies and gentlemen, cut it out. Stop the breadcrumbing. Okay, often these manifest as moments of brief connection where the recipient feels seen and appreciated, followed inevitably by periods where the recipient will feel ignored. Yes, Asian cutie, I could be a teacher. Oh, thank you. I'm trying my best to help people. Okay, I'm just someone out here, helping people find their way. Okay, now back to these hot and cold flashes. Okay, and again, you know what I'm talking about. This is when you have this. It's a period of time that goes by, and you feel ignored. Right? You feel very ignored. You feel alienated. Then they reach out to you, okay? And when they reach out to you, they're playing all the right notes, right? It's like they're in a music class or something, and they're just hitting all the right notes, and you're like, wow, this person gets me. And then right after that, they disappear. Okay, you're like, what the heck was that? Did I just go on a roller coaster ride with this person? How did they do that to me? Yeah, you're being breadcrumbed. Okay? I like how you discuss things. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Asian cutie. And thank you for always being willing to talk to Zeus. It's people like you that truly, truly make the world a better place. You got to open up to folks, okay, and really start trying to listen. Okay, and that's what Zeus does. I just practice listening. Thank you so much for the feedback. So, we're talking about hot and cold flashes, okay? So you got these people that are on 1 minute, they're off the next 10 minutes, and then they're back on 1 minute and off 20 minutes. Okay, they're breadcrumbers. They're serial breadcrumbers. Okay, a next sign. Consider communication times. He's saying ways to spot breadcrumbing is to notice when someone is reaching out. You got to notice when these folks are reaching out to you. Oh yeah. For example, if someone is only texting you late at night, when they're at their loneliest moments and potentially seeking a hookup. You got to look for these signs, okay? And if you are an individual that does this to people, you need to go, where is it at? I need to go get something. Where is it at? Where's my mirror at? Get a mirror and look at yourself and ask yourself, am I doing this breadcrumbing stuff? When I get all in my feelings, where's my sound for when I'm in my feelings? Where's it at? Yeah, you're feeling a little Disney. You're feeling a little zesty. Okay, you ain't been talking to these people. You ain't talked to this person all day, all week. But now all of a sudden, you didn't watch the movie. What did you watch? You watched 90 Day Fiance? That crap? Housewives of Atlanta, whatever that crap is? Whatever you're watching. Yeah. Am I up? Oh, Zeus is up. You know that disaster. Whatever you've been watching that got you all in your feelings. Oh, let me follow this account too. Yeah, I'm following everybody on TikTok. If you don't like Zeus, we need to get to the bottom of why you don't like Zeus. So yeah, we're talking about breadcrumbing though, okay? We're talking about breadcrumbing and all of the nastiness. Good morning, Jewel. Nice to see you. The beautiful Jewel is in the house. Yes. So we're talking about they reach out to you late at night. How many of you do this? Let's be honest. I'm going to do the poll after I finish going through all of these signs of breadcrumbing. How many of us are currently doing this to people or having this being done to us, right? Think about it now. I'm going to do the poll later. Okay, but you better be looking into your heart right now as I go through this, and don't be so quick to point out when other people are doing it. No, look at yourself. If you got over 1,000 followers out here on TikTok, then you know you are guilty of breadcrumbing some people. Because I know you don't like all those people that are in your DMs. Oh, did I strike a nerve? But Zeus, oh Zeus, they give me all the gifts. They're my gifters. Zeus, you gotta understand, I'm not breadcrumbing them. I'm not leading them on. They're my gifters. That's completely different, Zeus. This is business. You know what I say to you? Guilty, manipulation. Tell them the truth. Tell all your gifters, yeah, this is a new order. This is a new order in the kingdom. Tell all your gifters the truth. Tell them there is no chance in hell we'll hook up. And set those captive folks free. Okay, and if they still gift you after that, then it's on them. But for right now, we want to stop the breadcrumbing. We want to stop the mass manipulation. Accounts closed. Thank you so much for the gift. Set the captive free, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Why should they have to suffer? You know what they're screaming deep down inside? Deep down inside, you know what they're screaming? Help me! Okay? Look at all the gifts coming in, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when you set the captive free. Okay? These folks are out here dreaming. These folks out here are dreaming of an opportunity to date you, an opportunity to be with you. They want to take pictures with you and post them on their Instagram, on their TikTok, on their Twitter. And you're leaving them breadcrumbs. Why don't you set these folks free? You want to hear the roar? I'm done with all of you. Wow, account closed. Keep it coming. Listen, when you got to strike when the iron is hot. Okay? And we're getting to the bottom of all this breadcrumbing, nasty nonsense going on out here. And it leads to toxicity. It leads to toxic behavior, okay? It's definitely toxic. Okay, so we talked about, good morning, JT. Nice to see you, brother. You know, we're just talking about breadcrumbing. You know, these folks out here on TikTok, Instagram, social media, they don't really have an interest of being with you, but they leave you all these little breadcrumb for you to follow and stay hooked on them. Okay? Yeah, so because they don't want you to go be a gifter to somebody else. I know what's going on out here on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. Zeus knows what's going on out here. Greetings, brother Sound Mind. Next. So we talked about them. Did I go into detail enough about when people get lonely at night? That's when when they get lonely and they pour up a little alcohol, or they sip a little wine, and they want to unwind, and they want to relax. Yeah, hit all those notes. You know what? Maybe this is what you tell yourself. Maybe I'll give them a chance. You know, maybe I'll give them a chance. Let's see where their head is at. You reach out to them, and you probably text talk for about 10 minutes, and you go, you know what? Never mind. I'm back to going on my break from them, and maybe giving them time later on. I'm gonna go check on these other traps that I've been setting out here. Cut it out. Next, another sign of breadcrumbing, okay, ladies and gentlemen, is they feign thoughtfulness. What do you mean, Zeus? What do you mean they feign thoughtfulness? This is a common tactic used to string people along. You know who you are out there stringing people along, okay? A breadcrumber is checking in on someone's day or following up about something specific. Oh, this is one of the most challenging aspects of breadcrumbing I've ever dealt with. They check in on you. Wolves in sheep clothing. Oh, you care? Oh, I was just in the neighborhood and I thought I'd give you a call. No, don't call Zeus. Don't send Zeus a text message. Oh, I was going through my Facebook photos, and you know how they put those photos together, and I saw something you were in, and I started to think about you. Well, you should do what you've been doing. I don't want to hear from you. Yes. I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear a ghost sound effect. I don't know if I have a ghost sound effect, okay? Yeah, they will be gone. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Thank you, though, Asian Cutie. I need to add that to my arsenal over here. Okay? So, they like to check in on you, someone's day, or following up on something specific. Hey, did I leave my hair tie over there? You know who you are. Hey, did I leave my shirt over there? You know, you're asking me about this, what, a month later, 2 weeks later, and we haven't talked since then? Cut it out. You're a breadcrumber. I see you a mile away. They don't want to invest too much time and energy. Oh, is that what it is? They don't want to invest? Do you think I want to? Listen, I don't want to be the one doing all the investing. Okay?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry.
Really?
I'm really sorry.
Yeah, I'm happy I don't have this drama in my life. You never know. It sneaks up on you like a thief in the night. These breadcrumbers, they come out of nowhere. They really, really do. Okay? So they often try to come across like they're checking on you. Then once the recipient responds, they may not message them back for days. Wow. Or they may respond with an answer that is short and surface level. You know. Oh, I was in the neighborhood and I just wanted to say hello. You respond back. Oh, thank you for reaching out. And then they ghost you. It just says read. They never say anything, or they'll say, okay, gotta go. You know, rude. Yeah, these folks listen, manipulators That's what they are. They are manipulators. They're mass manipulators. They're only looking out for themselves. They don't care about you. They have no intention of having a relationship with you at all. It's all about making themselves feel better at your expense. They're serial breadcrumbers, okay? They only want to address things on the surface level. And guess what happens when things start to get too deep? Oh, when you really want to have a serious conversation, they are out of there. You hear cricket. Yeah. Yeah, crickets and water, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you get. Now, the last thing, ladies and gentlemen, is there is no effort to explain themselves. Even after absences, breadcrumbers typically make no effort to explain themselves or consider the recipient's feelings. Now, as much, call it out real quick. Yeah, we calling it out. As much as we can see all of this behavior in other people, folks, we do need to be honest. We do it too. Okay? Yeah, they are not prioritizing a relationship or even, because they don't want to date these folks. They don't want to they don't want to take any photos with you. They don't want to even acknowledge you. But because you're their gifter, okay? Because you are always there when they get lonely, then you know what? They keep you around. They keep on sprinkling those little breadcrumbs. They keep you addicted. Think of it as a drug. They got you addicted to their drugs, ladies and gentlemen. And they don't care. They don't care. They see you. You start going through withdrawals, right? Because they give you a little bit, okay? And when they give you it, it's a nice rush. Then when you get that rush, then you start to go through the withdrawals, and they watch you go through the withdrawals, and they don't even give you more breadcrumbs, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, Poker Dad. Nice to see you. Helios is in the building. We are talking about breadcrumbing, okay? Thank you. They don't care that you're out there going through withdrawals when it comes to having a connection with them. They're going to watch you suffer. They're going to watch you go through the shivers. They're going to go, and you know what? They're laughing behind your back while you're going through these emotions. That's why you got to watch out for them. So after they've disappeared, and they don't make any effort to explain themselves or their behavior, they're gone. They're gone. New Way, greetings. Okay? They don't even feel like they owe you an explanation. This is toxic behavior at all levels. Okay? So, you heard the orders today, ladies and gentlemen. No breadcrumbing on Zeus's on Zeus content, just like my videos, okay? If you're gonna breadcrumb me, just like my videos instead. If I catch any of you breadcrumbing Zeus, I'm gonna reply. By the way, thanks, but no breadcrumbing allowed. That's what I'm gonna do. So give Zeus the whole cookie, okay? Or don't do it at all. Just leave a like. Thank you. Now, why do some people breadcrumb? Nicole, thank you for sending a guest request. I see you. Right after I do this, I'm going to open up the chat so we all can have a quick conversation about this breadcrumbing nonsense. Okay? Why do they do it? Okay? Victims of breadcrumbers may only be engaging with them to make themselves feel better. They do this by using their interactions with someone who is interested in them as a pick-me-up when they're feeling low. So they do it to boost their self-esteem. Oh, this is toxic. This is toxic. They do it for validation. The breadcrumber can use the attention from their victims as a sort of currency on the dating market. Yeah. The knowledge that someone is into them, even if they aren't reciprocated, can go a long way into boosting someone's confidence. You know how many times I've heard, when you're dating someone and they say something crazy like this, well, you should be lucky because guess what? I could have been with so many other people. Lies. Breadcrumbers. Look at her. Look at them. They're doing it just to boost their self-esteem. Okay? They're doing it just to get validation. Thank you. Cut it out, accounts closed. Don't breadcrumb Zeus with no cloud bread. Cut it out. Okay? They do it because they're immature. Yeah, it's an immature person out here. The breadcrumber may not be ready to settle down and commit to one person. What? You don't want to commit to one person? Well, who you committing to? These streets? Cut it out. Okay, if this is the case, they might enjoy the feelings brought on by having the real potential for a relationship, but struggle with the idea of actually committing to one. Nasty. Therefore, they keep the option available to themselves, but never act on it in a meaningful way. In doing so, there's a failure to communicate about their availability and their intentions with honesty and integrity. Fear of doing so would result in fewer options. Wow. So this is what it is. They're greedy. They're only into preserving their best interests, and they don't care about yours. These breadcrumbers, they're doing it for a lot of reasons, and their justification for doing it, ladies and gentlemen, is nasty. It is nasty. It is evil. It is vile. Breadcrumbing is disgusting, if you ask Zeus. Emotional discomfort is another reason that they do it. Breadcrumbers are often at conflict with confrontation adverse and tend to avoid negative or stressful interactions. This includes sharing and expressing emotional interest in another person. It's important to remember that this is the result of self-centered fears. Fears of rejection. They're afraid of getting rejected, so they keep you just like this because they keep them in the control of you. It keeps them in a powerful situation. But ladies and gentlemen, it's all an illusion. They're not really in control. One day their day will, like every dog has its day, and their day will come. Don't say it, Italo. Keeping in touch. This is possibly the most difficult example of breadcrumbing to identify, as it often occurs post-breakup. In this case, the breadcrumber themselves might even believe that they're only checking in on a former partner. Ha! Cut it out, Italo! In fact, they are retaining some beneficial part of the relationship for themselves, inhibiting their former partner from moving on. You got to allow your former partner to move on. Stop trying to keep them in prison. Your prison is not set up according to the regular standards most prisons are set up to. Most likely, you are doing a lot of unethical things with your prison. Cut it out. Okay, narcissism. And you know Zeus hates this word narcissism because it's truly been used way too much, but we're going to let it be used today. Narcissism, serial crumbers, serial breadcrumbers, okay, have been found to have personalities that are associated with elevated levels of narcissism. This can lead to showing very little regard to the feelings of those around them, having no remorse for others, hurt feelings. This is even true, even if they at times are aware that they are manipulating people for temporary and shallow gains. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the breadcrumbers. We went through signs of it, and we went through the reasons why they do it. Now, we are going to open up this chat because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Zeus has to hear from all of you. Okay? You know what? Do I want to do it? Let's get that. Let's have this conversation, and then we're going to sing happy birthday before I wrap things up. Let's get it. Nicole! Come on up.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to? Like, do you want to open up the guest box to me? Was that what the question was?
Yeah. You always have a lot of insight about these things. Okay.
Wow. Hey, Nue. Hey, everybody. Hey, family.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, Kimberly. Kimberly. Good
morning.
All right.
So, first off, I just want to get a little celebration, a little boost here. I'm back to work after a week off. I had 386 emails when I sat down like an hour ago, and I'm down to 129. Thank you. Thank you. Down to 129. So I have I'll make this as quick as possible because I know I'm terrible at making things quick. So when I was in high school, we all had a crush on this one girlfriend of ours' older brother. All of us. He was gorgeous and hilarious and fun.
Oh,
and
God.
All of us loved him. All of us did. So after high school, obviously, I was married for 10 years. I went through my divorce. I started online dating. And oh my goodness, if I didn't come across him. Oh,
keyword
my goodness. Keyword what?
You said, "Oh my goodness!" If you didn't what across him?
Oh, ha 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 ha. Shut up. Stop trying to
Wow.
pull me down your rabbit hole. Come on.
Good lord.
Now everything that I say sounds dirty. I said rabbit hole and I'm like, nope.
Uh, let's stay on track, Nicole. Come on,
Cut
keep
it
Yes.
your
out,
mind out of the
Italo.
gutter.
That was you. That was all you and you know it. So, anyways, so he reached out to me. We matched, and I was like, oh my God. And I was trying to like be realistic with myself, so I just friggin' left it. But he messaged me, and I was like, oh. So I started messaging him back, but it was very like you've described, where it was like, quick little messages, not really anything
Was
committal.
he
Like,
was
oh
doing
yeah,
that to you, or you were doing that?
yeah, he was doing it to me. And he was like, very non-committal, just like, oh yeah, we'll have to go for drinks and wings sometime, stuff like that. And then I go for weeks without hearing from him. I wasn't like attached or anything, but I was very excited about the prospect. So finally we ended up going on a date, but I had to get a little snarky with him, which was beneath me, which I didn't realize until after the date. I was like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. Why did I get snarky about that? Like, really? That was me, like, basically demanding a date out of him, which is embarrassing as hell. So then I go on a, yeah. So then I go on a date with him, and the entire time, first of all, he picks like a sports bar for us to go and like have drinks and wings, which I'm totally cool with, but I didn't realize there was a huge hockey game on that night. So he got there first, and he was firmly planted directly in front of the screen, and I was in front of him. And so he was staring at the screen for a lot of the night and complaining about his ex-wife.
Oh,
And going on and on and on and on about his ex-girlfriend since his ex-wife. So it was brutal. But he was still a silver fox. So I was still like, all right, after the date, I gave him a hug. He reached out to me a few times, but just like really sporadically, few and far between. And I still let him like reach out to me and everything. And I was kind of on his hook. Like I was going on other dates, but he was like the top tier, the goal. And if I was realistic with myself, I would have realized this guy is damaged. This guy obviously has no place dating. Like he's not ready for anything. And if I had been really realistic with myself, the very idea that I would hang on to the idea of that showed that I wasn't ready either. And get this, 6 months after that horrible, horrible, horrible date, I saw a picture of him on Facebook. He had just gotten married.
so you dodged the bullet.
And if I'm not
She would bring him a
mistaken,
statistic.
I'm pretty sure he married his ex-wife again.
Gross!
She would have become a statistic.
And so what made me, yeah, and you know what, Kim, that's a really good point. That's something else that I wanted to bring up. Has everybody seen the movie He's Just Not That Into You?
I have not seen that movie.
Okay, well, there's a really,
perfect
really good
example.
point. There's a really, really good point in that movie that gets drilled into this idiot girl main character's head in the movie, which
Drill?
is, shut up, Zeus. Anywho, that's a jackhammer, not a drill, okay?
There's plenty of people out there like that too.
So
They
the
say you gotta be
main
doing it.
thing, oh, Peace and Locks read the book. Good, I wanted to read the book too, but
Who wrote the book?
I don't remember.
I don't either.
But
Wasn't
great
it
title,
Steve
right?
Harvey or something? I don't know.
Great title, right? He's Just Not That Into You. And
Yep.
it's true. And it goes back to your whole idea of like Disney programs women to go for this fairy tale. The
Yeah.
fairy tale is absolute BS, guys.
Huh!
Like, what if this guy had shown me major interest? What if this guy hadn't breadcrumbed me? He'd still be the same mentality. He'd still be the same dude. What if I landed that fairy tale? Guess what? I'd be getting divorced again right now.
You would be in a toxic relationship.
Exactly. And so
What if
there's
you
this thing
slept
in
with
this,
him?
right? There's this thing in this movie that, like, she keeps on saying, well, I know a friend who blah, 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 blah. Well, my friend dated a married man and he left his wife and blah, 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 blah. And this guy drills into her head, that's the exception. You are not the exception. You are the rule.
Oh, Yeah, I remember that part.
Wow.
And that's what we need to remember, ladies.
What is that? What exactly do ladies need to remember?
That you're the rule. You're not the
That you're the rule.
exception. You're not the
Oh.
fairy tale princess that's going to get rescued from the tower by the great white knight. That's not who you
not
are.
what happened.
You are the rule. If you date a married man, he will
Praise
never
him.
leave his wife. If
Praise
you
him.
date a married man, if you chase a breadcrumber, he will never put a ring on it.
Oh.
You are not the exception. You are the rule.
Oh.
And
She
another thing
strikes
is, why
hot.
would you even put yourself in that
Right,
position in the first
Ray.
place?
Right?
And
And it was
people,
demeaning.
most people that do it, there a lot of people that leave breadcrumbs is because they are serial daters. They're
Yeah.
dating you and like 5 other people, and
They're
they're trying to
dating you in
see
the
which
street.
ones. They're trying to see which
Exactly.
one's going to either give it up faster or give them what they want.
And that's
Yeah.
what this guy was. That's what this guy was. He went on and on and on and on and on about all the horrible things that he's done in his past, but
Yeah.
he was raised super Mormon. So if I ever mentioned anything even slightly off color, he was like,
Oh, because
See,
it reminded
that's
him
what
of
makes it-
accountability.
right,
It's a
right.
hypocrite. He's a
Yeah.
hypocrite.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not a
do
Disney
as you
princess,
say.
no happily ever afters. Exactly.
Boom.
Jewel.
Facts,
Keep on
Jewel.
You can't
preaching.
do that.
I loved it that
You can't do
I
that.
love that you all have been set free, okay, from this Disney nightmare that has been taking America by surprise. Okay, the only movie I think I want to watch that kind of does justice to the Disney content that's out there is this new Winnie the Pooh movie that's coming out. Okay, Blood and Honey. I want to see it. I am going to promote that movie.
I'm sorry,
my life
what?
depends on it.
Is this
Blood and
real?
honey.
This is real.
Yeah.
Like it's actually Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh, but blood and honey, because that's what it is. Lives are going to be lost. Okay, you
That's
heard
my
me.
childhood ruined.
Christopher Columbus.
Winston
He
Churchill's
went
throwing
out.
a fit right now.
I mean, I don't know his name. You know his
Like
name.
what are we
Christopher.
going to be
Robbins.
watching Christopher
His name's
Robin with
Christopher
Yeah,
a
Christopher Robin.
with a machete? Like is that what's happening?
No,
I mean, right?
Christopher
Yeah.
Robbins. He went off to college and he left Winnie the Pooh behind with Piglet to starve and fend for themselves. And they have resorted to criminal matters. They started to go after people
Wow.
and hunt them down. Because listen,
Oh, hey, quick little fun fact.
yes.
Winnie the Pooh's Canadian. Did you know that?
Oh, I did not.
It was voiced
Yeah.
by Winston Churchill. He
The
was voiced by
bear.
Winston Churchill.
But Winnie the Pooh, the character, is Canadian. He was a
Sorry.
bear. He was a bear in Winnipeg, an actual baby bear in Winnipeg. And the guy who wrote the story took his son, Christopher Robin, I think his actual name was Christopher Robin, took his son to see this bear in Winnipeg, and the little boy named it, I want to call him Winnie the Pooh.
Mm,
And the dad
Pooh.
said, Pooh, why? He goes, I don't know, just Winnie the Pooh.
mm.
And he wrote stories based on that. Anyway,
cannot
continue.
believe it. I think we need to do another Disney review, and I'm up for it. I might do it. Winnie the Pooh now. He's on my radar. And
Should I address this in the comments to get
What
back
is
on
it?
topic, or
What is it?
why was this guy the bad person in this case? What if he wanted to go out with a friend, not a date? That
He should've
would
said
be.
that.
That's definitely a valid question, but yeah, exactly. The communication wasn't there. The communication that was there was very flirty, very hinting towards romance. It was he wasn't upfront about it, and by no means am I saying that he's the bad guy. I'm saying that he was going through something. I didn't realize it. I was still working through some stuff. I didn't realize it. Believe me,
They were both rebounds
I
for
am
each other.
nothing. I am nothing if I am not a huge advocate for personal responsibility and owning your own trash. And my own trash in that situation was that I didn't pay attention because my Disney princess mind was working and not my realistic 3D world mind.
Fact, and I appreciate your accountability, soldier.
I've done it.
Okay. Yes. All right.
I ain't gonna lie. I've done it.
Now, Kimberly, how are you doing?
Yeah.
You changed your
I'm doing
name, huh?
fabulous. No, that's my other account. This is the music account.
Oh, okay.
So I was putting beats up and I was doing some other stuff.
Toxic.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You.
So
Hey,
I've
Toxic.
done
I've done it.
You wanted to say about this breadcrumbing stuff that folks are out here doing?
I've done it. I mean, I don't think there's a female out here that hasn't done it, unless you're a toddler. But even
Oh.
then, they might do it too. But
Hey.
but the thing is like with me, it's not necessarily that I'm not interested. It's something about that person that is this in my crawl. You know what I'm saying? and I've got to figure out what it is. It's like it's like they're rubbing you wrong type of situation. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily that you don't like them. It's just like there's something about you this off on me. This is bugging me, and you try, but you're like it's just like the back of your head. It keeps
So
eating
you mean
away
like
at you.
you're trying to give them credit, and in doing so, you accidentally breadcrumb them? Is that
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, or you
Yeah.
have somebody that's like they're too much into you, and you're like,
Okay.
whoa, hold up, back up. So you start pulling away because you're like, wait a minute, at least get to know a person first. Don't
Yeah.
just try to like, you know. And
Oh.
I've been guilty of doing stuff like that because of the fact that it's like
At
you're
least
pushing
get
up
to
on me,
know it. You see that
you're pushing up on
line?
me, and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not trying to. You slow down, just slow
But
down.
hey, Kim, you know what? I can relate to that, and
Here we go.
it's not necessarily always a toxic thing because I think I breadcrumbed my current man for a little while because I
Oh,
wasn't
this is not
sure.
this. I knew it. I knew it.
You know
I
I
what?
was
And it
knew
always
so
you
happens
were
nervous.
whenever,
here.
and it
I was so
happens like for
nervous
me.
because he was so nice. He was so present. He was
Yep.
so there. I have never been treated that well, and so I did keep him at
You
arm's
thought it was a
length for a
joke, yeah.
while. Yeah,
And
I
see,
didn't think it was a
that's how I've
joke
done things too.
necessarily. I think it just
Well,
made
not
me
like that, but
nervous.
yeah,
You
I've
were
seen it
doing
me the same way.
for your self-esteem and validation reasons.
Well,
Be
because
honest.
when you're in, like for me, I was
Probably,
out of a
yeah.
relationship for so long. I didn't date somebody for so long. For like 7 years, I wouldn't date anybody because I'm a firm believer on getting over the relationship you had previously before you jump into another one
Uh,
because you'll be bringing that baggage, and that's not something I want to
and a
do.
lot of
I've
people out
been
here aren't over their previous relationships,
right,
but they're
and I've
out
been
here
on
on
the
the
other end of
dating
that.
market.
And I've been on the end of receiving that kind of stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not doing it to somebody else. So I try to pay it forward, try to be what I say is what I do.
Uh,
And this person was just like, it was too much because I have a kid. And you're like, well, I'll meet your son. Bruh, back up. My son doesn't want to meet you. And it was things like that that would like really, really get me because I'm like, why are you so trying to rush and meet my kid? My kid's going to tell you off. Don't do that.
because
It's like, nah,
because
it's,
are you breadcrumbing him?
Osa! Sorry, I
huh?
got all excited because I saw Osa popped in. Hi,
Oh,
Osa.
sorry. Greetings, bro.
What
Are
were you
you
asking?
still currently breadcrumbing? Let me ask. Oh yeah, I wanted to do the poll. I want to know
That's my
who
Osa.
who in here is currently breadcrumbing someone.
In the beginning of my relationship, I'm not gonna lie. In the
Smile
beginning of
if
my
you
relationship, I
are.
kept
Frown
him.
if you're not.
I kept Kevin at arm's length.
We're doing a poll. Who in here is currently breadcrumbing someone? Oh my God. This is impossible.
Who smiled? New way. I would never expect that from you. You're too nice.
And those are the ones that normally do it.
Who else? Who else is smiled? Professor Nick. My
Oh.
goodness.
Oh, no. You can't take it back.
Oh,
Nope,
New
sure
Way
can't.
voted
It's already
wrong.
up there.
New Way
It's already
voted
up
wrong.
there. It's already up there.
Look at this. So we got everybody. Okay.
Osa,
But I mean,
don't
it's
lie.
like
You're
even
breadcrumbing me.
I've never
even my
breadcrumbed. I am the low. Oh my gosh, Emma.
wow.
I am the
Even my
loaf.
relationship I have now. Even my relationship I have now. It's like at the beginning of my relationship I did because I was like, don't
9
know
seconds.
because I had been
Wow.
alone for so long. It's just me and my kid. So I
Okay,
didn't really
now I
know
got
about
to
it.
do the next part of this poll. Okay, because we got 8 votes that say they're not doing it, 2 that said they are. Okay, but maybe that's really just one
Playing
in
field.
9. Because
Why
New
is
Way
it
said he heard wrong. Now the next question is, how
Is it-
many of you are currently being breadcrumbed? Let me do the poll right now. I want to see this.
Here's a
Smile
question
if
though.
you are, cry if you're not. Are you
Here's a question:
currently being
if it's really
breadcrumbed?
breadcrumbing? Because like back in the day, they would tell you don't just settle. So how do you identify that? Because if somebody you're always told don't just settle for the first person you came across, right? But yet and still, it can be considered breadcrumbing if you don't.
Yeah.
Well,
But you
and
understand? You see the hypocrisy in that whole situation. It's like you want to date around because you want to find the right person, but then you're
Nasty.
considered. It said you're breadcrumbing when you do it.
well, and that's why I wanted to take it back to the whole owning your own trash thing, right? Like you need to be realistic with yourself when you're having these interactions. And
Hi,
in
Tina.
those situations, I think it's realistic to be like, okay, we just started talking. Chances are he's
Exactly.
talking to 5 or 6 other
Tina toxic.
women. If I want to get my foot in the door, I'm going to want to hold myself at a certain standard and carry
Exactly.
myself in these
Wow.
interactions a
Exactly.
certain way. Right? If I want to be the man, if I want to be the woman that this man wants to reel in, then I
Right.
better be that woman right now.
But you understand the irony in it, though. You understand the irony in the whole situation. You're told to date around or find somebody that's compatible for you, So in a sense, you have no choice. In a sense, you start leaving breadcrumbs for anybody you date.
And
Think
people
about
can
it.
start to read into that a little too much, right? Like with
Exactly.
me, this guy was like, "Yeah, let's get beer and wings sometime," and I'm like, "Oh my God, the silver fox I've had a crush on for 20 years. Yes, let's go get beer and wings, and maybe a
Right.
wedding ring. Maybe let's get
Right.
a wedding ring too."
And you
And
have to
you
be able to
weren't
think
ready to
that
take on
even
all of
after
that.
you tell
Cut
them,
it
Oh
out,
no, of
Jewel.
even
course
after
I
you tell them,
wasn't.
but even after
You
you tell them,
thought you
look,
were. A lot of
I
people
like to
just
get
be
to
on
know
the
you.
dating market.
Even
All
if you
right,
say you like to
listen.
get to know them and not rush into things, and they're still like head on, it's like, dude, can you back up? So you have no choice at that point.
Yeah.
Now, listen. We covered a lot today, but Zeus had to go on a
Jewel.
run.
Oh no, she
Now,
did not.
before Zeus leaves, ladies and gentlemen, I need to sing happy birthday.
Wow, just
Okay?
Jewel.
Kayvon, are you still here?
Jewel, I love you.
Are we
I know.
ready?
Oh, Kayvon's birthday, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, it's time for Zeus to head out. But before I go, we're going to
she's
play
a.
everybody's favorite song, Happy Birthday. Nicole, Kimberly, you're more than welcome to stay in the box if you want. Okay?
We'll see. We'll see if I'm feeling the
Yeah, we'll
groove.
see.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
hey,
we
either
will.
Okay.
way, happy
This is
birthday, Kayvon.
breadcrumbs.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Kayvon.
Yes,
This
Many,
is
everyone, let's
breadcrumbs.
many
say happy birthday to
returns.
Kayvon. Happy birthday, let's go.
I heard it was somebody's birthday. I heard it was somebody's
Let's
birthday.
go.
Yeah. PJ Panda birthday
Oh,
song.
Nicole.
Yeah. Today's your
My camera.
birthday. We gon' say it loud.
Ah.
Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday. We gon' turn out. Party, get
Let's
it lit and wild
go.
out. Cause it's kicking, we gon' sing. Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Kayvon, happy
Happy birthday
birthday.
to you. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy,
Cute
happy
song.
birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Ah.
Get a cake, blow the candles like a kiss. Throw a party, everybody bringing gifts. Got a new outfit, it's lit, yeah. Best day of the year, can't miss. All my friends is coming in, and my parents raise my allowance. Yeah, I'm jumping around,
Turn up.
yeah, up and down. Hey, happy
Up and
birthday,
down.
we gon' sing it now. Yeah, today is your birthday, we gon' say it loud. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out. Got this party, get it lit and wild.
Get it lit, ladies and gentlemen.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy, happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Look at that.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Some Zeus and his family. Yeah.
She blew up
Oh, we
balloons.
got the balloons. Thank you. We did it. Okay.
I just happen to have my party supplies in a bin right next to me.
Wow.
Oh, Nicole, you took it there. You took us to the top of the mountain today.
I'm so happy I was here for that. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Kayvon. I hope you
Yeah.
appreciated my nerdiness.
Yeah, that song threw you off.
Song threw you
Yeah.
off.
Why did it throw you off? Oh my gosh. All right,
Yeah,
ladies
like
and
this.
gentlemen. Zeus has to get up out of here. What an amazing show. I feel like I just got done working out with you all. Okay?
Thanks,
Any last
Zeus.
words?
Love you all.
All
Mwah.
right.
You are not the exception, you're the rule. Love yourself.
Tell them. Tell them. All right.
They always are.
We are out of here. Until next
See ya.
time.
Smooth opens, both hands kingdom.
What a show. All right, New Wave. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. See you later,
This is how I
JT.
move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm fired than an eagle, I got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here and I'm feeling brand new. If you living like a bum, get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind, I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you, you fall in love too quick. You a high risk, Nick's all in the mix. I put a bounty on your head, this is way above the bed. When you playing with the gods and you playing with the dead, time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be